Hi guys, welcome back to Jacob's Country Living. Well, we're at it again today, Sunday afternoon. Of course, we went to church this morning and worshiped the Lord like we're supposed to. Thanking the Lord for everything, all the blessings He gives me. This afternoon, we are out again on the John Deere 4066R, as you can see. Riding down the road, turning into the hunting property. You see, I was correct. The beans are up. Soybeans were planted in this field out here. And we're headed back to the 2-acre food plot in the back. We're going to do some spreading today. Spreading some buck brunch like I told you about we were going to get done. I just got done unhooking the disc harrow. I had to unhook the iMatch quick hitch from John Deere just because of my spreader that I bought isn't compatible with the iMatch. So, FYI, buy your spreader that's compatible with a quick hitch. More work than is necessary. But anyway, we got that done. Disc harrow's unhooked. Spreaders in the back. We have the buck brunch in there, and I added an extra bushel of soybeans, correction, not sunflower. Extra bushel of soybeans. So that we'll have a variety in the back. We'll have sunflowers planted in the back, oats, buck oats, naked oats, and we'll also have some soybeans in the back too. So some of the deer don't feel as pressured back here in the back 2-acre area. It's not open to the public eye, should I say, with the woods all the way around us, the clear cut all the way around us. It'd be a good 2-acre food plot, a good 2-acre stop for these deer to make a stop in the back and get them a little scrub, a little snack on before they come out to the big field. And get in front of the big field, they're usually in here right there cluster dark, right at dark. When these beans get taller, sometimes they'll come out a little bit before dark. But listen, we live in Hampton County, Brunson, South Carolina, and this place is a highly pressured deer hunting area here in this state. So the deer tend to come out closer to dark in early morning, and if we get them at a spot where they're not as pressured, where they're not as much human pressure on them in the surrounding area, it's good for us, it's good for the deer, and it gives us a good opportunity to harvest what we want to harvest and try to get us some big bucks. So that's what we're aiming to do today. That's what we're working on. I'm going to turn you around and give you an overview. We had some good storms come through last few days, probably last 4 or 5 days, afternoon thunderstorms, some good rain, good blowing winds, blew some limbs down in this road. We'll show you coming in there, and I'll show you there's a little bit of water crossing the ditch, and I'm trying to stay on the railroad cross ties that I have down in there. Still hadn't got in here with the mini excavator and set all the cross ties like I want them. That's going to be an upcoming project, something I really need to try to get done soon. But as you see, we have that remodel going on, so that's taking priority over the hunting and fun stuff that we have to do. So y'all gonna turn you around so you can see the road coming in up to the field. You can see where we inherited up twice already, and the rain's beat it down pretty good, but my intention is to spread what we got across the field. Let's get it good and seeded, and then I'm gonna go hook back up to the harrow, which means I have to hook back to the iMatch quick hitch, get it hooked back up, then back up to the disc harrow. We'll come back over here and lightly harrow across the seed just to get some good ground cover, some dirt across to good ground contact. And weather report saying it's possible of a tropical depression building off on the coast of Carolinas. So we might get some more rain off of it. I want to get the seed in the ground. It's got plenty of moisture now for it to have good germination, so that's no worries, but it sure would be nice to have it in the ground, harrowed over, a little bit of dirt on top of it, have some good seed to ground contact, and then have it ready for for some more rain. Once we get some sprout up on it, everything starts popping up out the ground. We'll get some kind of fertilizer, maybe probably not a 10-10-10, maybe a 17, I don't know, maybe a 17-12-8 or a 17-8-12. We'll see. I'll go to the local feed seed and see what they have and what they suggest we put on it. So, yeah, I'm going to give you a look. We'll turn you around and show you what's going on. As you can see, we're coming in the road. There's a few blowdown limbs up here. I'm going to try to do this one-handed, so y'all bear with me. I got the grapple switched out from the bucket as well. So we got a grapple out front. We can take a little bit of root rake and go along and just try to push some of these little bit of blown down limbs out of the way, so we're not running on top of them with the Ranger or the tractor, have nowhere around anything. So we'll just push them over out the way, and we'll go on down the road here. Any little limbs I'm not worried about. It's just the bigger stuff. You know, all of you know, it's been on your tractors or your Rangers or your pickup trucks while you're riding down some of these hunting roads, how these limbs can be down, and some of the bigger ones get hung up under your equipment while you're riding and cause issues. So we're going to try to get them pushed out as we're coming in, get that one obstacle out of our way, and we'll keep on going. Get that stuff taken care of. You see, just a little limbs, nothing big. Probably could have got right off the tractor, picked them up myself, but I figured, you know, I bought a grapple. Let's use the grapple just to, you know, get it taken care of. Kind of justify the grapple a little bit. There we go. Got that taken care of. Let's close those grapple up and get them down out of the way here. You'll see, we haven't had a whole bunch of rain as of inches wise, but you'll see we do have some water. Let's see if I can get you right there. You see some water that's running through our ditch. See the railroad ties that I got down. I'm driving the tractor tires up on the left one and the right one, and just trying to keep the tractor out of mud as much as possible. I thought about building a bridge. I started a cross tie over that way, and still may, some way, try to get them all stacked up, all these side by side and across the ditch, so that we can drive in across it. But I haven't made up my mind quite yet. I may just stick them down in the mud like these are, like those right there and there and there, and just mash them down in the mud, let the water run across the top of them. They'll be fine, won't hurt anything out there, and give us something to have traction on as we cross it. So I'll put the tractor in full drive, and then we'll put it in low A on this tractor, and then we're going to ease right on across, and I'll show you what we're doing, how we're making it work. So you can see down there, there's a tire, there's a railroad cross tie, and we're just climbing right up on it, trying to steer our way along it. Back tires are hitting now, we're good to go. Now we will drop off right in the edge of the water, but we're through the muddy part here. So it's a possibility that I'm continue on doing it that way with the railroad cross ties, and we'll cross the area with no issues. So, worked out well. I think it will continue to work out well if we do it that way. We're coming up into the field now, as you can see. Get a little more speed on us. And we'll get out here and show you. Most of the grass is harrowed up. There's still some spots of green grasses come back up since I harrowed. Seeds hit the ground, germinated out. I'm not worried about that as much. Excuse my spot on my tractor. But as you can see, everything harrowed up pretty well for the most part. And so we're going to get out here and get the harrow going. Correction, get the spreader going to get the seed spread out. And then I'll come back and lightly harrow everything in, just get it covered up with dirt. So y'all stay tuned, we're going to bring you a good one. As you can see, we are starting to spread now. I don't know if you can look out behind us. But the spreader is spreading seed, slinging about 25 foot. We're gonna go relatively fast and get it spread out pretty decent. Let it spin around and mix that up. I mean, I don't have it set to spread thick yet. Just trying to get a good cover over it first, you know, to make sure we don't have some seed come up the way it should. But it's spreading pretty good. I don't know if you can tell that, if you can see it back there. I'm videoing off on the telephone, so not the best quality in the world, but certainly capable of doing what we need to do. So we're just going to ease along, let it go. Nothing too dramatic, nothing too thick. We'll let it spread, keep a good spread pattern on it. This thing will throw close to 30 foot, 35 foot. So we're going to try to keep 15 to 20 foot off the side of the property line. Let it spread close to the property line and let us get a good mix of what we got going on there. It's going to be a little bumpy, so y'all bear with us. Just because of how I'm having to do what I'm doing. But it is definitely putting the seed out. Both soybean, which I dumped a bag of soybeans first to add to, and then the 2 bags of Buck Brunch. And she is spreading pretty well all the way to the wood line. You can tell how far we're off the wood line. But seed is slinging all the way out that way and behind us pretty good. Nothing really thick yet, as I can tell, but she's doing it. She's doing it. We're gonna make a round on the exterior of everything. Going a little further than I'd like. There we go. Now she's spreading a little further than I'd like, really. We'll get a little water out. We'll let her go. Let her eat. She's spreading along, so y'all stay with us. We're just driving along, spreading the seed, letting it do its thing as we do our thing. Of course, the slower we go, the thicker the seed rate's going to be. We're going to speed up just a little bit. Bounce across this field. As you can see, we're bouncing across what we're here in the opposite way. Once I get all the way across, which we're about to make it, we're going to go vertical, up and down, in a direction that we've plowed already. As you can see, it's got plenty of seed spread out here. You can see it all over the ground. I'll show you when we get done. Make sure we get plenty of coverage here. And I can see there's soybean seeds all over the place out there. And we'll make sure to show you. We'll make sure to show you. Bring it out the track, I'll show you. We're just going to drive along here and get it spread. Soy, sunflowers, the whole nine. Buck oats. Some people are asking about the sunflowers, but the deer like them. They do. Some of it gives it height. I know it can be harder. Y'all would say, well, it might be harder to see the deer. Well, that's true. Could be. But if we get to that problem, that point, I'll just come in here with the bush hog and bush hog some of it out. But it'll still be fine. There'll be a plenty for the deer to eat on, and that's the whole thing. Giving the deer, turkeys, all the animals something they munch on. You can see where our tracks are, where we've been. We're just making random passes, trying to make sure we overlap the seed well. It's bouncy, I'm sorry, y'all have to ride with me like that, but that's what it is, part of it. Part of being a weekend warrior here, guys. Part of trying to grow deer. You see, it's putting it out pretty good at a pretty good rate. We're trying to grow deer and trying to help the wildlife population here. So it's part of it. And listen, I didn't have this thing the smoothest when I heard it the first time or the second time. And I think honestly, a good rototiller for the back of this tractor would be great. It would help not only harrow everything up and level it well, but it makes it, with my leveling, will make it real smooth for us to be able to ride across. To put seed out, put our fertilizers out, and continue doing what we do. So maybe that's going to be a future investment for us. Y'all excuse me for the camera moving so much, but it's just what it is when you're out here bouncing along in the field. But maybe that's a future investment for us. Maybe, just maybe, we get us a rototiller in the future and see if we can get that to help. Listen, this seed is spreading great. It's not too thick, but I think it's for what we're doing, it's going to be perfect. And I do actually have another bushel of soybeans. So if I see that I need a little bit more soybeans, I can come put it back on. Put the spreader back on and go to work back here, spread one more bushel. But I really don't think we're going to need it. Listen, I planted 2 bushel of buck oats that are supposed to plant 2 acres. And I added an additional bushel of soybeans that's supposed to plant an acre. So as long as we get a good seed spread across here, which it looks like we're doing, most of that seed's, I don't know if you can see it right there. Most of that seed is gone. But as long as we get our good seed spread across here, which we're doing, we got enough to plant 3 acres on a 2-acre food plot. So we should have plenty. And plenty for the deer to come in and be able to munch on. I mean, man, there's soybean seed, sunflower seed, buck oats, all over the ground out here. Like I said, they're not super thick, but I really think they're just right for a deer plot. We're not planting the harvest, we're planting to feed the deer. And I believe that's what we're going to get done. But, sorry, looking behind and checking the spreader right there. We're close to being empty. Real close to being empty. Let's see what we'll drop. Down. It's gonna be a little loud, but take a look. She's out. She did her job like she was supposed to. She did her job like she was supposed to. Spread well. It's a lot of work to get the old spreader hooked up since we don't have the IMAX to match it, but it's going to be worth the extra effort put in. I'll show you some seed here. Hold on a second. We'll get you switched around. All right, look. See soybean down there? Ooh, that's tight on here. See all the soybean down there spread. I'm zooming in really tight, y'all, so y'all be mindful of that. But sunflowers are down there in the track there. Soybeans. There's oats. And we got a good variety in this patch right here. And I think the seed spread pretty well. So, I know you can see it, but you figure spread the whole entire field in a matter of minutes. Whole spreader's well worth it, well worth the money, well worth the effort to get the seed spread and not all clumped up. So we're going to run back to the house. We're going to get us IMAX put back on there, back up to the disc harrow, or shoot back over here and then some light harrow across it, just to give it a little bit of dirt to cover so we can get the ground contact better. And man, within the next 10 to 14 days, we'll have a good stand of soybeans. I don't know if you can still see them down there. See if we can get you one more shot of them. Down there stacked up. Soybeans, there's oats, sunflowers. don't have a good stand back here. And hopefully, it's enough I can get to choke all the weeds out. And hopefully, old Mr. Buck is laid out there in them planted pines and broom straw. Well, probably as hot as it is up around that cypress pond. Or that cypress pond. Or that cypress pond where there's water in, or let's get you zoomed out right. Sorry about that. Or laid up along them woods, briar patches along them edge of them woods. There's a ditch that runs through, as you've seen, it's got water in it. Or laid anywhere in these woods behind us, beside us. So, old Mr. Buck, if you're out there, we're working hard for you, buddy. Hard for all of you. Be able to feed, to grow healthy, grow strong, and to grow big here in South Carolina. Y'all stay tuned with us. We'll get the hair hooked up and be right back with you. Alright, so like I said, like I promised, we're back. Just got done spreading the seed. Went back to the house, dropped the spreader off, hooked the IMAX back up, and hooked the trusty old harrow back up. So we're back at it. Seeds on the ground. Ground's really moist from the amount of rain we have, and a chance of another showers here in the next few days. So seeds out. We're going to harrow up, and y'all stay tuned here. We're going to bring you a good one. All right, so here we go. We're harrowing now. When I said light harrow, I mean a light harrow, just enough to break the dirt up above the seed, cover them up. Look, barely harrowing anything up back there, but it looks good. So that's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to harrow very lightly. You can see the moisture's good. There's our deer tracks down in there. I'm coming in and out of this food plot looking. You can see how dark that soil is, man. That's some good soil. It's good moisture content in there right now, so I'm loving it. It's a great time to do it. We might lighten up just a little bit more on the hair and see what we do with it. So we set it. We had it set 1, 2, 3. Had that line right. We had it set right here. So 1, 2, 3. Had it set at this line. We're going to go about halfway between that line and the line below 4. And then we're going to slide our lock up. Set it. We're going to set our lock. Sorry. And now we're ready. We're going to see what that one does for us. So, y'all want? Here we go. So that's not doing quite, that's not doing quite what we want. See, it's skipping through there. So we're going to raise it up. We're going to back up. And we're going to lower the hair down just a little bit more, so that we don't have those skips. And I know some of that's got to do with the bumpiness and the unlevel of the ground, but that's what we're going to do. So y'all bear with me, sorry about that. Bear with me here. We're going to come back down, we're going to loosen. We're going to slide that down. Tighten it back up. We're going to drop our hair on down. A little bit, a little bit. We're going to see what this does, so stay with us, let's see. Still bouncing a little bit. You can see, still got some bounce marks in it, so we're going to lower it just a little bit more. See what happens when we do that. Not as bouncy. I mean, the ground's bouncy, of course, but it's harrowing. So I want to make sure we're not too deep. I don't want to be too deep. I don't know if you can see all that. CFC on the ground, pretty good. Pretty good shadow through there. So, lighten up just a hair on the level, just a hair on it. Just so we just covering the seat up. Just so we can just cover the seat up. That's better. So basically all we're doing is riding along with the hair down now. Just fluffing the dirt up a little bit. Fluffing the dirt. Y'all notice that I cut in with the hair pretty good along the edge of the woods. I was trying to break up some of those weeds so that we could see the deer coming out of the woods better. Just so you know, I mean, there's deer sign all over this place on a normal average basis. I think we got the hair set pretty well now. And there's deer sign all over this place on the average basis. There's trees along the side and usually has scrapes under them, little pines, little scrub oaks. Got in that limb there. But there's pines and trees. Usually got good scrapes under. This is usually a good one. It's got a scrape on there throughout the year. So we'll look forward to that and show you. I bow hunted this area before. So you've seen that. There's a ladder stand over there. Let's see if we can get you zoomed in right there. Right there that I would rifle hunt out of and have bow hunted out of. Usually the wind's kind of funny to bow hunt. Usually, even though we have this big food plot, if I bow hunted it, I've set corn in between that deer stand and that corner since I'm right-handed. About a 20-yard shot. I've missed one. There I've had deer skirt me and come out around this area towards where I'm at the tractor now. And stay just out of my shooting range from my comfortable when I went to bow hunt, when I'm bow hunting and a bow in hand. But I'll tell you what I did. So I had that stand over there, and the deer was real spooky and skittish. They would come in and skirt that area, skirt that area, skirt that area. So I took me a stand and I hit it back in this side on the right hand side, or if you're coming up out of the deer, out of the crossing where we crossed the ditch to get in here up into the field, it would be back to the left. Deer stand's hit really well up against a big pine, all these gum trees here. It also overlooks a bottom in there. You can see that ditch crosses back in there, the oak flat. But I'm right-handed and deer predominantly come into this field, so I could draw, stay hid, and shoot a deer on this side with my bow. I didn't get to bow hunt last year because I had some medical problems with the hand here. Y'all know, told y'all that was part of my accident. This left hand hadn't had any problems in 18 years until this year. This year we had an issue. Ended up having to have surgery 2 different times. That hand had been amputated in 2008. Correction. Had been amputated in 2002. Hadn't had any problems in 18 years. And in October, I started having some issues with it. Started getting numb, cold, tingly feelings like it was going to sleep. So we went to the doctor. Ended up finding out over several months of doctor visits. Several specialists, surgeons, hand surgeons, vascular surgeons. I mean, I talked to a whole bunch of people. And finally got hooked up with the right doctor. And the doctor was able to go in there in January, fix a circulation issue I had, took care of that, and got some blood flow back to my hand. Started healing, but he wasn't satisfied. Said he thought we could do a little bit better with it. Went back in again in March. Had a second surgery. Mind you, this doctor's never done a vascular surgery on somebody who has had a hand completely amputated and replanted. So, which I'm good with, guys. I'm good with that, because that's how you learn. That's how you get better. But you practice your craft. But you practice on something or someone you've never had to use it before. And this doctor was great. Work miracles. I know I'm talking and gabbing on as we're working here in the field. Just giving you a background and a little data on it and everything that's going on. So this doctor went in, widened that artery that ran to my hand, and was able to save my hand so far. So, Dr. Wooster, a shout out to you. Good job. Appreciate it. Guys, as you can see, Heron's going pretty well. Hopefully it's not too deep. I don't think so, because it's real light, fluffy, just breaking the topsoil off on it. It's going pretty well. So we're making our second round in the field. It's nice out. Oh man, it's gorgeous today. It's been cool, one of the cooler days we've had in a couple weeks. And so we're out here working, we're trying to get it done. Weekend Warrior style, guys. Weekend Warriors is how we do it. And like I said, we appreciate you viewing our channel. Sorry the video's been so long. Just getting some work done, enjoying chatting with you, trying to give you an update what's going on, maybe some things that's happened in the past. Old hand's healing on up good. Again, a shout out to Dr. Wooster and all of his hard work, all of his team's work on fixing the artery collapse that I had. 18 years is a long time to go, guys, with no issues with something like that, and then to turn around and have something that's that severe, and then to have a doctor that good. Who, it took me 6 months to find, but he's that good, and he fixed the problem. So, Dr. Wooster, again, we appreciate it. Guys, y'all stay tuned. I'll show you the field when we get done here. One more time, I'm going to show you, just so you got an idea of the seed ratio that we have on this. I want to show you. Guys, here's a little better view of the seed I'm telling you about that's been on the ground. Look at all the soybeans down there. The old spreader ain't doing a joke right there. It's playing them games, it's putting it out. Maybe even a little thicker than I'd like right here. Just because the deer stand's so close. Deer stand's right there. But man, look at it. It's a good view of what I've been seeing as I've been riding and herring in the field. And so, looks really good. I mean, there is seed everywhere out there. I mean, seed everywhere. And again, I told you, I planted enough, or put enough seed in the spreader to plant 3 acres on a 2-acre food plot. So I want to make sure we had a good stand for the deer, for the turkeys, for all the wildlife. Again, I'm Jacob with Jacob's Country Living. We appreciate you subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you watching our channel. We appreciate the comments, the likes. Hey, listen, if you see something you don't like, comment, let me know. We only get better from constructive criticism. Not just criticism, but constructive criticism. Oh, one more thing while I got you here. I just noticed in my camera. Look, right here. I've had questions asking me what those dark spots are right there. There's one over there as well. And let me tell you what it says. In-cab air conditioner filter that sucks this cold air, actually filtrates back here through this, as you can see. And I believe, in my opinion, that air sucks through here and through here as well. Just my opinion. Listen, guys, I was a smoker, and so I have smoked in this tractor when I first got it originally. We do a lot of work, and it's dusty. Dry climate sometimes, and a moist climate. We'll look down on the floor. We'll try to keep it clean. There's some dust in here and there. So, between the dust stirring up, the smoker I used to be, Notice how I said used to be. December 29th, I quit smoking. Haven't smoked a cigarette since. So, go me. Proud of that. And those things combined, I think it's causing some dirty spots up there on the ceiling, between the air conditioner sucking all the dust, cigarette smoke at a time, all that up into the vent system and filtering it out. So just wanted to, while that was on my mind, on my brain, give you a rundown of what that is. Overall, listen, I have been so pleased with this little tractor. Again, we'll give you a 200-hour overview when we get there, or maybe a 250. We're at 192 right now, so I've had this tractor less than a year. We put 192 hours on it, and plenty more to come. We love to do our little work with our tractor. So again, we thank you. We appreciate your viewing. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see. I'm Jacob with Jacob's Country Living, where we have fun, work hard, and give God all the glory. As you can see, we got everything taken care of. Fields harrowed up, seeds harrowed in. Hopefully we didn't get it too deep. And you'll get to see the seeds when they sprout up and germinate. We'll get some fertilizer on them and hope to spread it back up, spread the fertilizer out there. Hopefully here within the next 10 to 14 days, seeds will start popping up and we'll get a good look at what we got. Again, we thank you for watching our videos. We appreciate it if you subscribe. If you haven't, look down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and it'll notify you every time we upload a video. If you got any questions or comments, comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And again, we thank you for watching Jacob's Country Living, where we work hard, have fun, and we give God all the glory. Y'all continue to stay tuned. We're going to continue to bring you some good ones.